We are live. Yay. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. How are you? Every time I come on here, I feel like I'm always like, it's been so long since I did a live stream. So excited to be here. As you are joining, say hello. Let me know that you are here. This feels really weird because I feel like my thing is mirrored and it doesn't often do that, or it doesn't usually do this on YouTube. So I'm a little like, this is so weird for me, but whatever. We're just going to go with the flow. I don't know what settings YouTube did, but whatever. We are here. Happy Equinox to everyone. I'm so excited for our live stream today. Today, we're going to be talking about manifestation and the equinox and how this energy is so powerful for us today and, moving on from today. So even if you're watching this on the replay, and maybe it's the next day after the equinox, it's all good. You can still utilize this energy to support you. And so I'm going to just share a breakdown of what we're going to talk about today. The first thing is that I actually want to share with you a story of how this came about because I was not planning to do a live stream about the equinox, but over the weekend, I had a dream and it was crazy. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I want to share with you the story of how this came about. The next thing that I want to talk about is the actual process of manifestation. Like, what is manifestation? Like, let's get clear on manifestation. I know that everyone here probably has an idea and knows, what it is, but I want to talk more about that and then tie into why this equinox energy is so powerful for our manifestation. We're going to be talking about, of course, the angels that are coming in to support us. And then I want to end with the actual step-by-step process of what you can do during this time. Again, whether it's today on the equinox day or just in general, the day after, 2 days later, 3 days later, it's all good whenever you get a chance to do this, but to really support you in harnessing this energy. So I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process. So as you are joining, say hello. Let me know that you are here. If you feel called to share this out with your friends, with your community, please feel free to share this video so that they can come and join or watch the recording. I can't wait. Hello, Karen. Yay. Margaret's here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Looking good. Yay. Thank you. All is clear. Okay, good. Hi, Bob. Yeah, it's just weird for me. I'm like mirrored or whatever the thing is. Like this to me on my screen, this looks like my right hand, but it's actually my left. So it's like really confusing. It's like backwards or whatever, like flipped. And I don't know why it did that, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Monkey's here. Yay, Domenico. Let's see. Selena, yay, Anna. Aw, thank you so much, Anna. I'm so glad that these videos inspire you. Lace is on here. Yay, hello. YouTube always flips. Yeah, it does, but it's weird because usually on a live, it doesn't flip it. But right now, as I'm recording, it's already flipped, which makes it really weird. So I'm just not even going to look at myself. I'm going to look at the camera, look at you guys directly. So, okay, let's get into all of this. I first of all want to hear from you. Post in the chat. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? Do you feel this like renewal energy? Do you feel like, yes, I'm ready to take on the world? Do you feel the opposite? Or you're like, I feel so tired and heavy and I just want to sleep. Like, where are you at? And it's all good. There's no right or wrong answer to this. It's just like, I want to check in with you, see where you're at, see how you're feeling, seeing what the vibe is. We're doing a vibe check right now. Yeah, you can be both. Yes. It's like those things that say both things can be true, right? We can feel exhausted and we can also feel really excited. It's like my body physically feels super exhausted, but energetically and in my mind, I'm ready to take on the world, but not today because today my body needs to nap. Yeah, exhausted, super tired. Yes, I hear you guys. I hear you. I hear you. Hopeful. Yes, I love it. Hopeful. 2 hopefuls came in. but also a little impatient. Oh my gosh, I totally hear you on that. Better than I have been the past few weeks. Yay! Usually Tuesdays are a blockage to me, meaning I can't really focus on Tuesdays for some reason. Hey, you never know. Like Tuesdays are their own special days. But I'm glad that you're here. Headache today, but I also feel uplifted. Yay! I want to sleep until next week. I know. I hear you, Selena. I'm exhausted, but I got my truck done on St. Patrick's Day. Yay! You slept so hard after it was done. That's awesome. I love that. So happy for you. Yeah. And see, like this is the thing. It's like we all experience energies and things on so many different levels in so many different ways. And it's all right. There's nothing wrong with, sometimes I feel like we can get into our heads. At least I know I do, where I'm like, I shouldn't feel tired right now. Why am I tired? Why am I feeling this way? So wherever you're at, whatever you're experiencing, I witness you and I see you and I honor you. And I think that this live stream is really going to serve you. So let me share my story of how this came about. Like I said, it was over the weekend, forget which day, but over the weekend I had a dream. And I so clearly remember in the dream, I was planting seeds. Like I remember just like, it was like planting seeds. And in the dream, it was weird because it's one of those dream things where it feels like real reality, but at the same time, you know that it's just energetic. And it was just like this weird experience and awareness in the dream because even though I remember like physically seeds going in the dirt, I remember at the same time feeling like this isn't actual like real plants. Like I'm planting my desires or planting what I want to manifest. So it was like this combined experience in the dream. And in the dream, I felt Archangel Ariel with me. And in the dream, I also heard manifestation, the equinox energy. The equinox energy is important for the manifestation. And I woke up, I think I woke up in the night, like from this dream, being like, whoa, that was crazy. That was a cool dream. Like, okay, cool. And then throughout the day, after, when I woke up for the day, I was reflecting on it and I was asking myself, is this just like for me or do you want me to share this with people? Because, obviously with my work and what I do, I get a lot of messages and sometimes they are just for me. And a lot of times they're also for the collective. And so sometimes I have to ask and discern, like, is this just for me? Or like, do you want me to talk to people about this? And there was a part of me that was like, nah, we're not going to talk. Like, this is just for you. Like, no, we're not going to do a live video, whatever, just like take it for yourself. And then there was the like nudge from the divine that was like, no, we're doing a live stream on this on the equinox. Like you got to schedule, like, this is where it's going to go in your calendar. This is what we're going to do. You're going to do it on YouTube. Like it just felt like so like da, 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 da. Like, of course, this is what is going to come through. Like this needs to be shared. This needs to be said. So I was like, okay, I know you have messages that you want to share. So we'll do this for the collective. And here we are talking about manifestation in the equinox. Then what's crazy, so then on Sunday, it was Sunday. So like I said, let me just remind you, Archangel Ariel is the one who came through and it was this whole energy of planting the seeds, manifestation, like this creative energy, all that stuff. Then Sunday, I'm pulling cards and I'm filming it because in case you guys didn't know, I'll just shout out right now that I created a new Instagram page called the Archangel Oracle that is dedicated to this beautiful deck right here because I want to share card pulls and all the things more often than I do. And it just feels like too much to put on my Cristina Aroche page. So I made a whole Instagram page dedicated to the card deck. So if you're not following me, it's called The Archangel Oracle on Instagram and also on TikTok. I'm getting into TikTok. So just search The Archangel Oracle and you'll find me. And I'm posting card pulls and daily card messages and all the things. And I'm going to be sharing other stuff related to the card deck over these next few days and weeks. So make sure you follow me there. So I was creating a video for a card spread, which is from the guidebook in here. It's a 5-day card spread that's basically like plan your week. So I was filming it on Sunday to be able to post it on Monday. Just have like a plan your week kind of thing. Well, guess which angel popped out of the card deck. Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel came forward and I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, wow, what are the chances of that happening? And so I was like, that's pretty cool. And I continued to pull the deck. And like I said, if you want to check it out, it's on that Instagram page, the Archangel Oracle. It's the latest reel that was uploaded. And you can see the full card pull there, which essentially the message, like another card that came through was creative connection and moving forward. And just all of these cards that came through that I was like, this is wild because it's so in line with my dream that I received. It's so in line with the overall message that I've been feeling around this equinox time. And I was just like mind blown at how the cards through this card spread. It's supposed to be a 5-card spread, but I ended up pulling an extra card because of the Archangel Ariel card. I was like, I love this Archangel Ariel, but like we're gonna pull another card to go alongside you. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But essentially the core of the message was how this week, like whatever's unfolding, whatever comes into your awareness, whatever you set your intentions on this week is going to lead you directly into your desires and what you've been calling in. So this is a powerful, powerful week. And as I'm talking about this, what Archangel Ariel is showing me is that it feels like a magnetic pull. Like we're in this like high magnet frequency energy right now. So think of it as a magnet. And so this week is a really powerful week for us to be focusing on our intentions, but also in our creative energy and creative process. And it essentially feels like a pivotal moment on our journeys and how we are now. It's almost like whatever you've been experiencing before, whatever confusion, challenge, lack of clarity, whatever things, it's like we've all being moved into the highest timeline. It's like, okay, no, like we're all little pieces, little pawns, like let's move them to the highest timeline, to their greatest potential, like what they're here to do, who they're here to be, in this energy of awareness and intention around those things. And so it essentially feels like we're about to press the button, like launching into space, like take off, let's take off, let's go. Like we're launching, we're going, like buckle your seatbelts because we're about to go. And it's like, you know, when you sit on a roller coaster and you're in like the seatbelt thing or whatever, like the harness comes down and you're like, okay, I can't leave now. Like we're about to go. And then the roller, like the thing starts. Like that's essentially what it is, right? We're about to go. We're about to go fast. We're about to move. And so alongside this, there's a lot of creative energy that's coming through this week. And oftentimes when creative energy comes through, there's a couple things that we have to be aware of. Sometimes it feels like chaos. Sometimes we direct it into places where our mind subconsciously is trying to sabotage. So it's directing the creative energy into things that aren't actually fruitful, or a better way to say it is isn't actually going to directly or as powerfully impact the process of the manifestation of what you actually desire. So this is where self-sabotage comes in. This is where overthinking comes in. This is where that energy of like, oh my gosh, there's so much energy. Like, I'm just going to put it here. And then it's like, well, actually, you could put that creative energy toward the thing that you actually desire. However, there's probably fear or things that are coming up that are sabotaging you right now. So that's something else to just be aware of, is noticing where you're putting your creative energy and then intentionally putting it towards the thing and the actions that will directly impact the manifestation and the intentions of what you desire. And so so essentially we're walking through this process where the core, and this was the last card that came through in the deck, which I just realized, I'm pretty sure it's connected to Archangel Ariel also. It's the embodiment card. And so the embodiment card is all about the integration of the energy of who we are here to be and integrating into the identity of who we know we're meant to become, and also the identity that's connected to our manifestation, that's connected to the thing that we desire. And we have to think about it in this way where when we're manifesting, it's not just about like, okay, I want to have this experience in my life, or I want to be in this place, or I want to have this thing, or whatever the case is. There's an identity that is connected to the manifestation. So it's never just about the thing, whatever it is, whether it's an experience, a person, an actual physical thing, whatever. There's an identity associated with it. And so the key to the manifestation is the identity. What identity are you holding? And so that was the last card of the spread, was embodiment. And it just kind of like wraps everything up so nicely, because when it comes to what we're creating and utilizing that creative energy, when it comes to setting, even just like planting the seeds and setting those intentions, we always have to think about, alongside it, what is the identity that this is connected to? And am I embodying that identity right now, or am I embodying an old self identity? And so this equinox is an opportunity for us to really clear out that old identity, to be able to bring in and discover and allow through the identity that desires to be born. And I've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks in my newsletter, of how there's this rebirth energy that's working through us right now. There's a big rebirth that's happening. And this is essentially what it is. It's the rebirth. It's the identity that desires to be born through us, that is directly connected to our desires, to the manifestations, to our intentions, to what we are calling in. So that was the message and how this all came about, which blew my mind. And I just love every moment and seeing how the synchronicities just line up, and just total confirmation of everything. So it's just so exciting. So let's talk about manifestation. Um, Let me just catch up on comments real quick. I feel something really powerful and great is about to burst open. I agree with you so much. It's the divine harvest energy. Yes, I love that. Thank you for that confirmation. I'm a bit emotional today. Yes, absolutely. And this will show up for us in so many different ways, and in so many different experiences. Like, like we just talked about, feeling tired or feeling hopeful, feeling excited, feeling emotional, feeling all these different things. It's part of the processing, it's part of the releasing, it's part of the rebirth, and it's part of allowing this identity to actually be born through you. And, if we talk about like just comparing it, it's very similar to going like through an actual physical birth. Like, for anyone who has birthed children, you go through everything from all the emotions, all the feelings, all the thoughts, like they move through you when you're in labor and when you're actually giving birth. And so it's the exact same thing when we are giving birth, whether it's literally or energetically, to our identity. And so it's important to honor wherever you're at, and to not try to force things. And one of the cards, the first card, which was the theme of the week, was the allow card, and allowing whatever is unfolding, whatever is coming up, to just simply be, and not make it wrong or not make it bad. And it's simply part of your process, to trust that it's part of your process. So again, whether you're feeling exhausted or you're feeling energetic, whether you are feeling maybe a bit sad or happy or whatever, all the things in between, it's all part of your process of your rebirth. And the sooner that we stop making ourselves wrong for what we're feeling or how we're experiencing this moment, because maybe there's a party that was like, well, I was hoping that I'd feel this way or that I'd have more energy or whatever. And the sooner we realize that this is part of your birth, your rebirth, then the sooner we surrender to the flow. And it's the exact same thing with physical birth. Like, the sooner you surrender to what is happening and to the contractions and to all the things, the better your body is able to actually do what it's supposed to do when you're giving birth. So it's the exact same thing. So let's talk about manifestation. And it's so funny because I wanted to look up the dictionary definition of manifestation, just for just for my educational purposes. I was like, what does the dictionary say about manifestation? And when I looked it up, the definition says that manifestation is an event action or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. And I was like, embody. Whoa, you're using that word. I love it. And then the secondary definition said the action or fact of showing an abstract idea. Okay. So both of these definitions talked about an abstract idea, aka what is in our mind, our imagination, what is on our hearts, something that we feel called towards, right? It's not an actual physical thing yet, it's an abstract idea. So the vision that you have about your life or about what you desire, about what you're calling in, that vision is the abstract idea in regards to this definition. And so the manifestation process is the embodiment of that idea. It's the embodiment of what that represents. What did I just tell you? That with every manifestation, there is an identity that is associated with it, and that we are birthing out this identity right now. This is what we're going through in this moment, this week in particular. So it's not just a one day thing. It's not just like, okay, Equinox is here. Today I'm giving birth, it's a process. So give yourself this whole week to actually what Archangel Ariel is saying right now is between now and the full moon, which is whatever day, the 25th or something. So in like a week from now. So give yourself this whole time to birth, to bring this to life, to allow it to come through you, to allow whatever needs to be released, whatever needs to be processed emotionally or physically to be processed. There's no rush. Sometimes we like to rush the process. I know someone had mentioned we feel impatient, like feeling impatient sometimes, which I get that. That's our mind being like, come on, why isn't it happening yet? And usually there's a little bit of, I don't trust that it's going to happen. So I need it to happen now. So this is an opportunity to lean into, again, that card that I pulled of allow, surrender, trusting that this process where we're at is exactly where we're meant to be. Now, the reason why sometimes it feels like we're not manifesting, where it feels like you feel like you've been calling on or intentionalizing the same thing over and over and over again for months, for years, and you're like, where's my manifestation? Why is it taking so long? Like, who has experienced that feeling of like, am I this thing? Because I don't feel like it is. Like, what's happening? Where did you guys, hello, angels, like where did my request get stuck along the way? And we have to understand that sometimes it feels like we're not manifesting the thing that we desire because it's just not the divine timing, which is something that's beyond our understanding. It's something that we have to allow the divine timing to do its thing. It's something where they're like, you'll understand why the timing had to be the way it is after the fact. But right now, don't try to understand the timing. Don't try to figure out the timing because you're not going to. We have our reasons and we'll tell you later, kind of a thing, right? But it's true. It's sometimes the divine timing just isn't there yet. And then as part of that or separately from that, it's often because there isn't a full embodiment of the energy yet of what you're calling in. So again, if you think of the identity that's associated with your manifestation, sometimes the identity just hasn't clicked in yet fully. Sometimes there's fear in the way, some beliefs in the way, certain aspects, whatever it is that need to be moved through. Sometimes there's lessons that we need to experience or and go through, which I know to the human mind it's like, gosh, that's annoying. Like, really? Why? Right? And I hear you. I understand. I don't have an answer to that. Okay. I'm a human too. So I can't tell you why that is, but it's just simply what it is. And so it's important to understand though that with this equinox, what's happening, it's like we're getting a power boost. It's like the power boost button is turning on. It's like I said, a shifting of timeline. So up until this point, so over the past year, really, and especially these last 3 months. So think about the past year and then think about the last 3 months. And most likely what you're going to notice is you're going to notice how, whatever the biggest challenge was for you in 2023 and how over the last 3 months, AKA since the beginning of the year, so beginning of 2024, how these last 3 months have almost been a bridge. And so you were kind of like still in that challenge from 2023, like it was almost like one foot in, one foot out. Like you know that you're moving forward, but then you're still kind of there. You see where things have been shifting for you, maybe in terms of your perspective, maybe in terms of your identity, maybe in terms of the actions that you're taking. So like there's that shift, but then you're still kind of like, you're still on the edge because you're walking the bridge. So these last 3 months, aka the last 3 months of 20, or the first 3 months of 2024 up until this point, have been the bridge. And so now we're about to step off the bridge. We are about to step into the actual identity, the truth of who we are in this highest timeline that's coming in. And so our jobs right now are to A, allow this process to happen, and B, to work with this equinox energy, because there's a difference. And this is what I always say, when it comes to even just like the simple question that people ask of, like working with our angels, for example, right? And it's kind of like, well, can I just call on the angels as a whole, or like, do I specifically work with one? And I always say, well, you can always call on them as a whole. Like they're always going to be there to support you. But when we call on specific ones, then it allows us to deepen that connection, deepen that relationship, and have a greater awareness and understanding of their specific energy and frequency. And so it's the same thing. Like we could just be going about our lives and, like I'm manifesting, I'm doing the things, I'm doing the work, doing the healing, doing whatever that I need to do to support me in moving forward. Or I can be very specific in working with this equinox energy to support me and to really like harness this time period to elevate me into where I desire to go. So the reason why the equinox is so powerful right now, and why this energy, this really like I said, this whole week leading up to the full moon, is you're going to feel it, is because there's a lot of earth energy that's connected to it. And when you think about the earth, what's one of the major characteristics about the earth is that it has a magnetic pull. It has gravity, that we are connected. We're not going to fly off the earth, even though, you think about the idea that we're just like, I saw a meme recently that was just like, well, we're just like on a rock flying through space, or whatever. And it's just like, if you think about that, like that's pretty crazy. And also think about how beautiful and powerful it is, the fact that we are glued to the earth because of gravity. And so thinking about that, like how we're being pulled in. And so with this equinox, this earthly energy, which again, another way that I've shared or talked about manifestation in the past is how it's essentially going from the abstract idea, which is a different frequency, a different energy, and how it becomes more and more and more and more dense. We're pulling it in until it becomes so dense that it's a physical reality thing. So you can think of it that way as well. And so right now, working with the earth energy and thinking again, that magnetic pull, I talked about this at the beginning of our video right now, that magnetic energy, the magnetic pull, the gravity, how it pulls us in, how it anchors us into the earth. We can use that same analogy of how the energy is working right now to support us in pulling in whatever our abstract ideas are, aka your vision, and pulling it in to our physical experience, to our physical reality. And so a part of the focus here is the focus of the connection to our physicalness, our humanness, our human experience, and that it is a balance. And again, equinox, the balance between day and night right now, what's happening is the balance between your spiritual energy, your energetic component, combined with your physical being, your human being, and how we can't have one without the other. Because that was the whole point of coming here. Our souls were like, we're going to be there and we're going to experience what it's like to be a human, even though I've probably experienced this before from a past life, but we're going to do it again because there's a lot of benefit to being in this physical reality. I don't know what the benefits are yet, but I'll let you know when I find out. But, and so it's like, we're here and we are in this physical experience. And yet, what is the first thing that we often come to is we resent our current experience because we're like, well, if only I had more of this, then I would be better off. Or if only I had more of that, or if only I was in a different situation, or if only this and da da da. And we bombard ourselves with all of this resentment or this frustration or this idea that, well, like this present moment sucks. And so, once I manifest that thing, then my life is going to be better. Or once I, have this resource, or once this happens, then I'll be able to do this. And so how often do we hold ourselves back from that, aka disconnecting from our current physical experience in some way because we feel like it's not good enough yet? And in that energy of feeling like we're not good enough, or like this situation is not good enough, or that circumstance is not good enough yet, or this, blah, blah, and I don't have this resource, I don't have this time, I don't have this energy, I don't have this money, I don't have whatever. It actually is a very subtle, unconscious, but direct way that it holds us back from actually truly embodying everything that we're meant to embody right now, to be able to manifest and to be able to step into the reality that we desire. And so the focus right now with this earth energy, with Archangel Ariel, and also Angel Celeste is coming forward, by the way. But with these two angels, it's about coming into a connection alignment with your human, with your body, with the earth, with your physicalness, with your earth connection, and to pull it all in and to recognize that right now, where you are right now, your physical location, your physical body, your physical experience, everything about your current physical situation is actually the perfect jumping off point for the manifestation of what you desire. And so that truth, as like confronting as it can be sometimes, immediately is throwing out our excuses out the window because I don't know about you, but I have had plenty of excuses over my journey to say why I couldn't do this yet, or why I don't have enough time for this yet, or why I don't have enough this yet. I don't have enough money for this yet. I like all these things that say you don't have enough, or this isn't the right circumstance, or this isn't the perfect thing, or whatever it is. And so this is a moment right now with this equinox energy where we are being asked to let all of that go and to come into an awareness and a recognition and an embodiment that who you are right now in this moment, everything is actually the jumping off point for what you desire to create, what you desire to manifest. Okay. So we're bringing the balance. It's not just our spiritual and energetic side, although that's important, but it's also your humanness and who you are right now, and that you don't have to be perfect. It's not about always being perfectly like positive and happy and this and whatever. You can still be in a high frequency while experiencing sadness. It's not about like being that perfect human. It's about understanding, recognizing how who you are as a human and your human experience and circumstances are lining you up for where you desire to go. And so this earth energy, this equinox energy is restoring that balance, and it's bringing in a deeper sense of truth and embodiment with everything that I just shared, what I just said. So with Archangel Ariel, the way that you're going to work with her is to ground into your desires and your physical being. So again, like I was saying, where have you been resisting or maybe resentful towards your current reality? Where have you been feeling like, well, right now the circumstance isn't perfect, so therefore I can't do it, or I'm not, equipped enough yet? And or another way to think of it is wishing for a different reality because then it's going to save you from your current situation or whatever. And so that's where we start to sometimes unconsciously wait. We're like waiting for the situation to change, and then I'm going to make my move, rather than it being, I'm going to make my move right now with what I've got, with what I know, with what I am aware of in this moment. And that's how the situation is going to change. So that's the first thing. You're going to work with Archangel Ariel to support you in grounding into your desires, but also into your physical being and into this embodiment and who you are right now. And then with Angel Celeste, she's the one who's coming in to support you with the alignment with your soul's path. And this is where you're going to see, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process right now in just a few moments of like what to actually do. And so you'll see that with Angel Celeste, she helps. I see her as almost like that guiding light, where it's one of those things where, she's helping us to not get distracted. Sometimes we get distracted with, like, oh, that's what I should be doing. That's what society is telling me. That's what that person says to me. This is what being projected onto me. This, da, 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 da. And so we get distracted in that way. And so this is about you staying focused and connected to your soul's path and to your highest good, to your greatest potential, and allowing that potential to come alive, allowing that potential to be the guiding light rather than getting distracted in this and this and this and this and this. So Angel Celeste is supporting the alignment with your soul's path, which supports your vision, which supports the connection to your truth, to your potential. And then Archangel Ariel is grounding it all in, anchoring it in, bringing in the balance between what you know to be true, the visions, all of that, which is up here, and actually pulling it down, magnetizing it down into the earth to bring it into more dense frequency to create the physical reality. Okay. So I'm going to share what to do right now in a couple moments. Let me know if you have any questions so far. I'm going to catch up on comments right now. Let me see. Where did I leave off here? Okay, so Margaret, how do we clear the energy from the old self? I love this. So the way that they're showing it to me is that it's almost like a natural clearing as you embody the new identity. So as you bring in more of that identity of who you truly are, the old self naturally falls away. So it's not even a process where we have to like remove that part of us. It's more of the focus of what is the identity that's being birthed and understanding that as that comes in, then the other one naturally moves out. And that's the beauty of this process and how it's about allowing right now. And also the step-by-step process that I'm going to share right now is going to help with that. Okay. Let's see. Yay, Violet Rose, the confirmation. I love it. Let's see. Yeah. Rebirth is a lot of work. It is. Yay, 222. I love that. I'm grateful for my human avatar. Yes, I couldn't hug my children and grandchildren. Yes, I love that. Domenico saying ascended masters are stepping forward big time. My house is getting crowded with the divine. So good. I love it. Good to know we can experience negative emotions, still be high vibe. Never knew that was possible. Yeah, absolutely. The only way that the negative emotions are going to like lower or influence your vibe is if you stay like if you're dwelling on it for, weeks and months and years. Like if it's dwelling and it's continuing and you're kind of like allowing it to stay stuck, then it's going to influence your vibe. But like to actually experience how like wake up on one day and just feel sad or angry and just like being in that, but then knowing that it's going to move through you and you allow it to move through you, that's how it doesn't influence you in terms of your vibe, Okay, let's see. Monica saying, how can we best open up to receive and align? So I'm going to walk you through this process right now. I feel like that's going to answer your question to receive and align. And then we can chat more at the end. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through the process right now. I'm going to like explain to you the steps. And then I also want to lead you through a little guided meditation, little guided visualization to help you to really anchor into this. And then what I want you to do also is after the fact Just like sit with the energy of what we just talked about, sit with that visualization, go back to it if you want to, and really just like be in the energy. Today or whenever you're watching this, it's being in the energy of your manifestations, of your desires, of your identity that you are birthing through, like being in it as much as you can, like basking in the energy of it, so to speak. So I'm going to walk you through it, and then we're going to do the visualization as well. Okay. So the first thing that we want to connect with is what you truly desire. Okay. And by the way, I highly recommend that you journal this as well, or like write this down and then take the time to journal through this. So, what you truly desire. And what I want you to start off with, rather than being like, I want this thing, or I want this experience, or I want this whatever, start with the feeling. What do you desire in terms of feeling? Do you desire freedom? Do you desire love? Do you desire joy? And I know that we all want all the things, but what I want you to get clear on is what is the biggest, like what has the biggest energetic charge for you right now? Like what feels so big? Like if you could only pick one, which one would it be? If you could only feel into one, like, and it doesn't have to be one, maybe two, but I want you to just like stay focused in on what is the feeling that you truly desire to experience. And if you want to share, if you feel something coming up for you right now, and you want to share in the chat, feel free to share in the chat. But I want you to first connect with the feeling. And the reason why is because then when you connect with the feeling, you're going to start to see the vision. So allow the feeling to sit and land in your heart first. So let's just say freedom, because I keep seeing that. So we're going to do that. We're going to connect with freedom. And as you connect with the energy of freedom or the feeling of freedom, what does that, so again, it's almost like you're feeling it in your heart, you feel freedom. And then I want you to feel as though that is opening up, or as though that's expanding out into a vision. And what is the vision then? So now you're allowing the feeling to show you, because sometimes you might be surprised. You might have had other thoughts or other expectations or ideas of what that should look like. And instead, the feeling, that core desire of the feeling is going to show you. And the reason why this is powerful is because your feeling is directly connected to your soul. It's connected to your higher self. It's an energetic connection. So sometimes when we are thinking about things, it can be from the ego. Just is how we work. So sometimes the mind stuff that we think about is ego-based versus from your soul. So the way that you can directly have that direct connection is with the feeling. So start with the feeling and then expand out into the vision, and then allow yourself to just be in the vision and feeling the feeling. Second step is to now connect with your present moment. So you're connecting with yourself, with your body, just like really bringing yourself back then into your physical being, like where you are right now, where you're sitting, or maybe, whatever you're doing, sitting, standing, your home, or wherever you're at, wherever you are, if you're out, just like connecting into that present moment and anchoring into like, this is where I am. This is the wall. This is the window. This is the chair that I'm sitting on. You're connecting in this present moment. And looking at yourself and feeling into yourself and saying and recognizing that you already hold that potential because you saw the vision, you connected to it. That vision was placed in your heart because you were meant for it, because you already hold the potential of it, because you are already capable with the current resources that you have, even if your mind told you that your current resources weren't good enough. You already have everything within you, within your body, within your spirit to create that vision. Everything is already there. And that's the other thing to remember with your potential, is that seed of your potential already exists inside of you. It is the seed already there. And that seed is what you nurture with your spiritual growth, with your connection, with your allowing yourself to rest and nurturing your body as well, and supporting your physical connection with the earth. You nurture that seed inside of you, and that's how it begins to grow. That potential, that's how it grows. So that's the next thing. You're going to anchor into that belief of I am capable. I am meant for it. I already have all of the resources that I need at this time to get me to where I desire to go and where I'm meant to go. So it's one of those things where the current resources will take you to this next step, and then there's more resources there, and then it takes you to the next step, et cetera, et cetera. So you're building it. And then the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose something. It's either going to be a specific object. So it could be like a crystal, for example, or it could be like a little trinket. It just really, whatever feels most symbolic to you. It could be a piece of jewelry potentially. I've done it before with jewelry. So it just, you're going to connect with something, whether it's an object, or the other option is to connect with a part of your body. So for example, like if you have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, for example, or both hands on your heart, or maybe it's in a prayer position like this, or maybe it's like holding yourself. So it's up to you. Like, this is where you get to use your intuition. This is where you get to use your connection with the divine to support you and to just see where you're led to feel into your body and what your body's wisdom is telling you. But you're going to choose something, some sort of like position, whether you use your hands, or maybe it's just like you're standing up tall, and when you're in that position, it like boom, brings you back. But the point is that whatever you're using, whether it's a physical object or not, or a position, is that it is like an anchor, and it is anchoring you into the knowing, the feeling of what we just talked about, that you're capable and that you have all the resources already here. And in that, you're connecting into your physical, you're connecting to the earth's energy, and you're connecting to what the identity is that you are meant to hold, that is connected to your manifestation. And you bring that identity through. And so the more that you practice that, the more natural it becomes. So you're using your position or your object to anchor into that truth, anchor into the identity. And the more that you connect with that, so if you're just like sitting and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to do this for a couple minutes to anchor and to feel into that identity of my manifestation. Okay, you're doing that. And then you're going about your day and you're feeling that. And then at the end of the day, you do it again. And so it's something for you to practice and to continue to bring you into your physical reality, into your physical being, into the connection with the earth. This is how you're going to pull that abstract idea into physical form, because now your body and your body language and what you are embodying is in alignment with your manifestation. Otherwise, we're walking around desiring these things, but then our body is saying something completely different. Our body language and the energy that we're holding and embodying in ourselves is like, I'm not capable. I don't know if I can do this. I don't have the resources. And that's where there's a disconnect. So we are bringing that connection through. This equinox is supporting you. It's supercharging this process for you to support you in bringing that into your reality. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Let me know. And then we're going to dive into the little visualization that I have for you. Okay, let's see. Hi, Brunetta. Yay, you're so welcome. So glad that you're here. Okay. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Awesome. So let's dive into the visualization, and then we're going to wrap up. And again, I'll answer any other questions that may come up, and then we'll be all set for this equinox time. So I'm going to have you close your eyes if you can. If you're multitasking or doing anything right now, then you can feel free to come back to the recording. It's going to be on my channel after we hop off the live stream. But if you can right now, close your eyes and begin to just settle into your breath and feel yourself connecting to your inhale and your exhale. And just feel how your body moves with your breath. Feel yourself in your physical space right now. Feel whatever is supporting you right now, whether it's a chair or a couch or a bed or something else. feel the physical connection between your body and whatever's underneath you. Continue to breathe. And as you breathe, you're going to feel the energy of your heart open up. Feel the light that expands from your heart. Feel how the energy extends out in front of you. And you're going to feel how Archangel Ariel is coming forward right now. And she's holding your hands. It's like you're making this big space between the two of you. And the light of your heart gets to expand and grow and get brighter within this space. And so Archangel Ariel is supporting you by holding this space with you. Your hands are still connected. And I want you to feel the energy of what came through from your heart in front of you. And you may feel it simply as an energy. If so, I want you to feel what colors are there, the essence of that energy. What does it feel like? What do you know about this energy? And you might also see a vision held within there. You may see yourself in a certain experience, a place, surrounded by certain people, doing something, experiencing something. And wherever you are with it, to allow yourself to be in this experience right now, to observe, to allow, to be born into this. And as you are here with Archangel Ariel, you're going to feel how your feet and how your body, it feels like it begins to sink down. Feel how you sink down through whatever you're sitting on, sink down through the space. Feel how you start to connect with the earth. Meanwhile, Archangel Ariel is still here. That vision, that energy is still there. And you're sinking. You continue to sink down into the earth, feeling as though you're being planted into the earth. And this vision that is being shown to you, the energy that you're holding in front of you, is the seed. And as you continue to be in this space, you're going to feel yourself in the core of the earth, connected to Gaia, feeling the fertile energy that's here, feeling the light and love of the earth that surrounds you, that supports you, that nourishes your physical being. And as you continue to just be here, noticing any energies that show up, that make themselves known to you, noticing the roots that begin to expand from this vision, grounding into the earth, grounding through you, and feeling how you are connected. And as you are here, Archangel Ariel is guiding you to feel yourself as though you're stepping into that vision. So instead of it being in front of you, now it feels like it's surrounding you. It feels like you're in the center and the energy that you felt is surrounding you. It's enveloping you. It's showing you and revealing to you who you are meant to be, the identity that you hold, the space that you take up, that you're meant to take up, the light that you're here to shine, the love that is meant to move through you. And from this space, you're going to feel yourself looking up as though you can see the sky and feel the energy of the divine, of God, Source, the divine presence, like the sun shining down on you and feeling the warmth of the sun, feeling how that energy reaches you. And as it reaches you and it feels like you're reaching up at it, you're going to feel how you begin to grow like a bud growing out from the soil. And you're going to feel yourself moving up, still grounded, feeling how your feet and your roots are planted here. They're grounded here and they're becoming stronger. And you expand up. You're going to feel yourself expanding up, up, up until it feels like you've burst out into the air, out of the soil. Meanwhile, you can feel the roots that are holding you in place, that have grounded you, that have firmly placed you here, and that help you to stay connected to your vision. Despite the challenges, despite any fears that might show up, you're grounded here in this truth. And no one can take that away from you. And as you are here, you're going to feel yourself expanding, maybe feeling your arms. And if you want to physically bring through a representation of what it feels like to be fully expanded in your true form, if you want to bring your arms out and wide, up above your head, whatever feels good to you, whatever intuitively you're guided towards, I want you to just follow that expression. And you're going to take a moment here to be in that expression, to feel everything that it represents for you, to feel the feeling that it is to be in this manifestation, what it feels like to be here now. Taking another deep breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth. You're going to bring your hands to your heart. Archangel Ariel is bringing through a blessing. She's bringing in a stream of pure, divine white light that enters in through the top of your head and gently flows down through the center of your body, through your chakras, connecting with your heart, moving all the way down like a string that pulls in the truth of who you are, the light of who you are, the potential of your soul. As you feel that energy continuing to move down, you're going to feel how it connects with your roots, connects with where you are right now, connects with your physical space, and see how it shows you that where you are right now is a perfect place for you to be, to move forward into this vision. And so as you are here now coming into the physical space that you're in, Archangel Ariel is surrounding you. Feels like a blanket of green energy and then surrounded by gold energy. And she's bringing this in, anchoring it in, supporting the integration, supporting the remembrance of this truth that you are capable, that you are powerful, that you were meant for this. And so you're going to take another deep breath in through your nose and then exhale out through your mouth and begin to just slowly come back and wiggle your hands, your feet, your legs. Take your time. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And as you come back, if there's anything that you want to write down right now, I highly recommend anything that stood out to you, anything that came through. If you have your journal in front of you, just write it out so you don't forget, so you can come back to it and anchor back into it. If you want to also share it in the chat, feel free to post it in there. If you're watching this on the recording, then feel free to post in the comments below this video so that I can hear what came through for you and how you're feeling. Lisa's saying, I got to open my eyes to my cat snuggled next to me. Ah, I love that so much. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Your cat was like, this is a really great energy. I want more of this. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you can use that, what came through for you, the meditation, the visualization, to really support you during this time. I would, even if you feel called, come back to it, like a few times this week, to just continue to deepen your anchor into what that vision is for you, into the experience of it in your body, the embodiment, the feeling of it, everything. So that's my suggestion. And and then journaling through whatever came up for you, and then also what I walked you through prior to the visualization. That's the other part of this. Okay, let's see here. That was really great. Thank you. You're so welcome, April. Colors emerald green, gold, and purple. Oh, beautiful. I just saw another of my past selves, and towards the end saw diamond shapes like on your cards. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Away to my son's and his wife's home with their new baby. Aw, that's so amazing. Congrats. Let's see. You're welcome, Monica. Yes. Okay, cool. Yay, you're so welcome. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you're watching me on the recording, then if you have any questions, anything you want to share in the recording, post it in the comments below. If there's anything else, for those of you who are on live, then you can post it in the chat right now before we hop off. But I hope that this supported you. This is such a beautiful time that we are in right now in the equinox. And if you missed it at the beginning, I opened up a new Instagram, I don't want to say channel, Instagram account, whatever. That's called the Archangel Oracle. And it is dedicated to the Archangel Oracle card deck, which is right here, which you can also order. By the way, if you do not have a copy of the deck, I highly recommend it. It is so amazing. And like I said, the reel of the card pull is posted on the deck. So I'm gonna share the link to the card deck if you want to get your own copy, which I highly recommend. It is amazing. The feedback that I've been getting from this deck is so, so beautiful. And the last thing that I'll share, in case you haven't been following me or whatever, right now for limited time, I have the Claire's workshop that's available. This is for you to deepen your connection to the divine by developing your clairs, as you could probably guess by the title. And essentially, this is my go-to practices and method for strengthening your abilities and strengthening your connection and being able to not just receive guidance, but also clearer guidance. So for anyone who has been wanting to develop their connection to the angels, deepen your connection to yourself. And this is one of the things that I've shared in the past, is that the clairs, like developing my clairs, not just helped me to deepen my connection to the angels, but it actually supported my growth into who I am. And it's because of the clairs and because of this connection that I continued to pursue the path of my purpose and of who I'm here to be. So that workshop is available right now until next week. So if you are interested, come and join me. I'm going to share that link in here as well. All of these links are also going to be in the description below this video in case you're watching me on the recording. The feedback so far has been amazing with the Claire's workshop. It's been amazing for, I've used to only do this like privately with clients. And then I was like, I need to just share this with everybody. So that is where the Claire's workshop has been born. So I can't wait for you to experience it. Oh my gosh. And also, by the way, for those of you who are already in it, in the Claire's workshop, and for those of you who will be joining me in the Claire's workshop, I just filmed a couple bonus videos. So stay tuned. That's probably going to be posted later today or by tomorrow. Stay tuned because it's just like, it's just so good. So anyways, I still need to update the page actually with that information. But in those extra videos that I just filmed are all about how to move past blocks that might be coming up that are blocking you from actually receiving guidance. Because sometimes we're receiving guidance and it feels so like I can't get past my anxiety or my fear or whatever, and I don't know what the clear guidance is. And then I also filmed a video to help you to discern between ego and spirit and your intuition. So that's just the extra bonus. So I highly recommend that you come and join me in there. Okay, let me see what people are saying here. Jenny, you just got here. Well, it's all good. The replay will be posted in just a few moments. But I'm glad that you came here. At least we could say hi to you. Let's see. I kept hearing spring and renewal. Long story short, my son bought a house a year ago and was planting a garden and plants. I was helping with home remodeling. I love that. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. Hit like. Aw, thank you. You're amazing. Yes, it does help the algorithm. So if you enjoyed this video, hit a like. I always forget to say that in my videos, to be honest. And yeah, but thank you. Day says, thank you, was surrounded by waterfalls. I love that. Yes, buy the Archangel Oracle and sign up for the Claire's workshop. You'll not be disappointed. Selena, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, can't wait for the bonus. I know. I'm so excited. Those videos will be up soon. I don't have the money for the Claire's workshop right now, but my next lesson in the Healer's Bundle is channel writing, which you said helps with them. So I ain't mad at it. Yes, 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 yes. Channel writing is huge. It's so, so huge. The clairs are our ability to receive information. So it's our senses. Is that hearing? So there's four main ones. There's clairvoyance, which is the vision, like seeing it through your mind's eye. There's clairaudience, which is the hearing. There's clairsentience, which is feeling and how we feel in our bodies and how we feel in terms of emotionally as well. And then there's claircognizance, which is the knowing. And so in the Claire's workshop, I'm leading you through all of those four of how to, like, I'm giving you the practices and the tools of how to strengthen them and how to deepen in those. And then also there's a video on how to strengthen your intuition using oracle cards. In there, of course, I'm using my deck as the example, but you don't have to use the Archangel Oracle. You can use any card deck, but I'm teaching you how to use cards in a way where it's not just about like, I'm just going to pull a card and get a message, but like, how can you go further with that and different strategies and ways that you can pull a card and use it in a deeper way to support the development of your intuition. And then the other thing, which is what I just shared, the bonus videos that will be posted very soon, which is the strategies and how to move through like blocks and anxiety and fears and how to also support yourself in terms of discerning between ego and intuition. So It's like a full package deal. I know, they are a little confusing. I know. You know what? It's so funny because for the longest time, I used to like not call them clairs. I used to just be like, "Oh, this is your ability to feel and ability to know and ability to hear and see." And like that is how I've traditionally always called them, but I don't know. Recently, I've just been like, "We're just going to call them clairs and just be like just use the official name." I sometimes also am like, wait, clairsentience, what does that mean again? But no, it's yeah, you get used to it. Or you could just be like me and just be like, yeah, my ability to see. Either way works. So yes, April just joined the Claire's workshop. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So excited. Karen is saying, I have the knowing one. Yeah. I believe that everyone has the ability for all of them. It's just a matter of which one's the strongest one, which for a lot of people is the knowing, is the claircognizance. And then also understanding that we can develop the other ones. And so that's what this workshop is about, is developing the other ones. So or all of them. I mean, whichever ones you're developing for yourself, but you get what I'm saying. So, anyways, the links are there for anyone else who wants to join. I'm celebrating you. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yes, awesome. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with me on the Equinox. This was so much fun. I can't wait to see you again. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and angel blessings, and I will see you very soon. Bye.